Hello and welcome back to the Military Time. Today's developing story focuses on one of the most sensitive and rapidly evolving confrontations in the Middle East, the escalating tensions between Iran and Israel. With new military movements, shifting alliances, intelligence warnings, and regional power plays, analysts worldwide are calling this the most dangerous standoff of the decade. In this report, we break down what is unfolding, why it matters, and how it could reshape the future of the region. In the past several weeks, both Iran and Israel have intensified their military posturing. Israeli defense sources report increased surveillance flights, enhanced border security, and repeated air defense readiness drills across the northern region. These preparations come after intelligence assessments warned of potential Iranian-backed operations targeting key Israeli infrastructure. At the same time, Iran has issued strong statements accusing Israel of destabilizing the region, and Tehran insists it will respond forcefully to what it calls continued aggression. According to defense analysts, the current rise in tensions began after a series of mysterious explosions at Iranian missile facilities and high-altitude military sites. Iran has blamed Israel directly, vowing retaliation. Israel has not officially acknowledged involvement, but its officials maintain that they will act against any threats involving long-range missiles or nuclear programs. Military experts note that both sides are now caught in a cycle of actions and counteractions with increasing risks. On the ground, Israeli forces have been placed on heightened alert, with missile defense systems like Iron Dome, David Sling, and Arrow 3 deployed to protect major population centers. High-precision anti-missile interceptors have been tested multiple times in recent weeks. Israeli Air Force units have also increased patrols, especially near the Syrian border where Iranian-backed militias are stationed. These movements signal that Israel is preparing for multiple possible scenarios, including drone attacks, rocket salvos, or coordinated strikes from proxy forces. Meanwhile, Iran has showcased its own military capabilities through large-scale drills broadcast on national media. Revolutionary Guard units have launched ballistic missiles across long distances as a demonstration of power. Tehran claims that its new hypersonic missile systems can evade modern air defenses and reach targets with extreme precision, a claim that Israeli officials have dismissed but continue to monitor closely. Iran's leadership has declared that any Israeli strike on Iranian soil would result in a massive and decisive response. Regional actors are also playing a significant role in this growing tension. Lebanon's Hezbollah, often seen as Iran's most powerful ally, has mobilized units near the Israeli border. Intelligence reports indicate increased communication between Iranian advisors and Hezbollah commanders. Israel considers Hezbollah's rocket arsenal one of the most immediate threats, with estimates suggesting over 100,000 rockets and missiles positioned for potential use. Israeli defense commanders warn that a confrontation with Hezbollah could open the door to a much larger conflict involving Iran directly. The United States has also stepped into the situation. American naval vessels have moved closer to the region, primarily as a deterrent. Washington has reaffirmed its support for Israel's security, while also urging Iran to avoid escalation. Diplomatic channels remain active, but so far neither side seems willing to back down. Analysts say the risk of miscalculation is extremely high, especially with so many armed groups and advanced weapons systems involved. Economically, the crisis is beginning to affect global markets as well. Crude oil prices have seen sharp fluctuations due to fears of instability in the Gulf. A conflict between Iran and Israel could disrupt critical shipping lanes and energy supplies. For this reason, global powers like China and the European Union have urged both sides to de-escalate. Yet, despite these calls, the rhetoric remains tense and the military buildup continues. The situation in Syria remains another major flashpoint. Iran has deep military influence there, supplying weapons and training to local militias. Israel, on the other hand, has carried out hundreds of airstrikes against Iranian-linked targets to prevent the transfer of weaponry to Hezbollah. This ongoing shadow war is now at risk of spilling over as defenses tighten and both countries position themselves for possible direct confrontation. Israeli analysts warn that Iranian drone technology, now used by various groups in the region, is becoming more advanced and harder to intercept. In the political arena, leaders on both sides have adopted firm stances. Israeli officials insist they cannot allow Iran to advance its nuclear program beyond certain limits. Iran maintains that its nuclear activities are peaceful and accuses Israel of manipulating global opinion. Despite international negotiations, tensions over nuclear development remain one of the central drivers of the current escalation. Military experts caution that if diplomatic talks fail completely, the chances of a direct strike grow significantly. As the world watches closely, the next few weeks could prove decisive. Both countries seem determined to defend their strategic interests, and both believe they have strong military advantages. Israel has superior air power, advanced missile defense systems, and strong international backing. Iran has strategic depth, powerful regional allies, and a vast missile program capable of hitting targets across long distances. This balance of strengths and vulnerabilities creates a tense environment where a single misstep could trigger a broader conflict. For now, analysts stress that neither side appears to be actively seeking a full-scale war. However, the pattern of covert operations, proxy confrontations, cyber warfare, and political threats has intensified to a level where accidental escalation is more likely than ever. International diplomats continue to push for calm, but the region remains on knife's edge. As we continue to monitor developments, one thing is clear: the Iran-Israel standoff is not just a regional dispute. It has global implications. From military alliances and energy markets to political strategies and regional stability, the consequences of any escalation would be felt far beyond the Middle East. This has been today's in-depth report on the rising tension between Iran and Israel. Stay tuned for continuous updates as the situation evolves. And as always, thank you for watching the Military Time.